guys. Okay, it's Sunday. I talked to you yesterday, but the vlog went up today. Okay, so I've not done any sewing this weekend. I needed to get a lot of sewing actually done this weekend. I've done none. And it is now almost 5:30 on Sunday evening. So I may try and go down. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna pour myself a glass of wine. I'm gonna show you the wine that I opened up yesterday and today. But I want to show you, we've been working on yesterday was a nice day. So we were outside working, I think I told you that already, in the yard, getting things winterized. We started putting up some Christmas lights outside for the first time ever. And they are continuing doing that. It's nasty today though. It's like raining, and my sweet boys, my husband and my son have been outside. Here, they waited till the rain died down a little bit, but they're like hell-bent on putting lights on the bushes. So I'm going to show you my trees because we did get both trees up. So hold on. Okay, and I showed you guys my tree last year. This is our main tree. I got my mantle all done. Got some roving there in the corner. A little village up. And I don't know, my favorite ornament. Oh, my husband was putting them up. I was handing it to him. Try and see. So I collected glass ornaments. I've kind of stopped a little bit. My mom will still get me one every now and again because I have so many, which is why we got a second tree. Where's oh, there he is. This is my favorite one. Look, it's my little sewing machine, my little sewing elf working on Santa's uniform, Santa's outfit, Santa's suit, I guess. That's my favorite one. My mother-in-law got me that one. But they're all glass ornaments, and most of them came from like vacations, or they mean something special. So yeah, we've got that one all done, and then I will take you into there's little felt houses. I did that actually on Minerva's blog with my kids a couple years ago. But I'll take you into the dining room and show you the other one. Okay, here is our second one. This one was new last year, and that's the remainder of my bed quilt. You know, I made myself the post jacket out of my old bed quilt, and I just used the rest for the bed skirt, or for the tree skirt. But yeah, these are all the other ornaments. We just had enough for 2 trees. So most of these are glass ornaments too, although there's a few that aren't on this tree. And obviously that is... you can see this one from the street, from the front of our house. So, and then what else? Okay, we've got the advent calendars. There is my wine advent calendar. There's the Lego one that we're working on. And then the nativity scene. And then finally, sorry, I've got like random furniture in here that's not normally in here because of oh wait, that's the back of the village. And then here's the other village. My daughter set that one up. So yeah, so that's basically all the Christmas decorations I do. I put a few in my kitchen, but for the most part, it's just the living room and the dining room. So, and now the outside. Anyway, so they've been hard at that. So I just haven't gotten any sewing done because I've just been doing stuff around the house, getting in the Christmas spirit. We had church this morning, so I was there all morning. Yeah, that's just kind of us today. Again, it's really nasty, but I think I am going to go down, and at least the 2 things I'm working on right now, I can't show you guys. But after that, I think it's going to be a lot of sewing because I've got those 3 things that I've shown you that I want to make for my kids. And then my daughter was also asking for some of the back to school items that I promised her that I already have fabric for. So yes, so I'll be doing some of that. I also have Black Friday, 2 Black Friday fabric hauls. I mean, they're not very big, but I bought some fabric on Black Friday, and I bought some patterns on Black Friday. I'm going to do a video about that and show you guys what I got. But 1 package arrived Friday, and the other one I think is supposed to arrive tomorrow. Come here. But in the one that's arriving tomorrow, I shopped a little bit of Style Maker. Come on. I got some white shirting. I really love her white shirting because my daughter's asked for a button-up shirt. Oh, look who that is. Gidget. Gidget. Who is that? Oh, there's the baby. Oh, there she is. Little Christmas puppy. Yep, she's just been going from one chair to sleeping in one chair and moving to the next. Haven't you? Yes. Anyway, she wants a button-up shirt with a statement sleeve. I'm going to be knitting her a sweater vest, like a real fitted sweater vest at some point. And I bought the yarn for it. That's the other haul. I'm going to show you what I got at the Fiber Fest at some point as well. Anyway, lots of things to show you. But I do foresee I'm going to be starting this week. I'll be doing a lot of sewing. I just need to get through 2 items and then you can see the rest. You'll see those 2 items, but not until one you'll see for a pattern release on Friday, and then a re-release, and then the other one I'm assuming will be in the next couple of weeks because that pattern test is ending on Tuesday, actually. Got to get that done, turned in. So that is kind of, you'll be seeing, I don't want to show you any glimpses of anything quite yet. So that is what we've got going on. Okay, I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine. And so I'm going to show you what I opened up yesterday and today. Okay, so this is the one, this Valdi cab from Moldova is what I, is that from Moldova? It is what I opened up yesterday. Anyway, I think I'm gonna crack this open tonight. I showed you guys this one already, this Wallflower. It was a Merlot. I like Merlot, it's okay, but it's just not, it's not my absolute favorite. So, and I was gonna make myself just finish drinking. I want red tonight, finish drinking this, but I'm like, you know what, life's too short. And I think I might remember this one from last year's calendar, and I think it was really good. And I really love a good Cabernet. So I think I'm gonna open this one tonight. But this is the one the wine I opened up tonight, and it's Shadow Dance. It's a Chenin Blanc from South Africa. Let's see, this is South Africa's signature grape variety. Very typical of the region's style. Green apple, verbena, and honeysuckle core. Yeah, you can read that. Ooh, with charcuterie. I love charcuterie. Seafood or a simple roast chicken and cream sauce. I love when they put pairings on there. Anyway, that's today's wine. And I'll probably drink that just later. I still have a white. I have 2 whites that are now or 3. This is my 3rd one. One's open. I really just want to keep one red. Oh, here, let me slip you. I really want to try and keep just one red and one white open at a time. So then just depending on what we're eating or what I'm in the mood for. But again, I'm just not a huge fan of the Merlot. And I'm kind of thinking I'm going to be getting together with some friends here soon that do drink that kind of thing. So probably I'll just take it. I mean, because I don't mind having an open bottle of wine that I'm sharing with like good friends. So I wouldn't normally take that to a party, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so I'm going to open up the cab and have a glass of wine and do some sewing, or cutting out actually, and prepping for sewing tomorrow that you can't see. So hope you guys are having a good one. I'll check in tomorrow, even if there's no sewing that you can actually witness tomorrow. I'll probably come on and check in tomorrow. All right, guys, see you next time. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, beginning of the week. I'm clearly in my sewing room right now, my iron behind me. Just turned it on. Okay, so today I'm going to work on this pattern test because it's due today. Well, it's due tomorrow, but I've got to get pictures and stuff of it too. Clearly, you know, I am dressed. I'm wearing my merino wool, like that sweatshirting Sloan with my, that Vogue pattern. Was it 8772 maybe? Button-up shirt in the denim, which unfortunately it has shrunk a little bit, and not like circumference-wise. It's not just because I put on some weight, which I have, but the sleeves have gotten short, which is not a normal thing for me. But I've got them rolled, which is what I normally do with my button-up shirts anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, I just pulled this out of my upstairs closet. Okay, so for today, I'm going to be sewing up this pattern. I will show you the fabric real quick. Look at that. This is my computer. That's the case of my computer, but look at I am so excited about this. I think this is an art gallery fabric. I actually have this in the teal colorway as well that I bought. I don't know, I've had it in my stash for a couple of years now. It's kind of like this color teal. This is basically my winter color palette that I'm going to be working from. There's, I think, all the colors that I'm going to be putting in my winter color palette are in this. I'm very excited about it. I bought this at the, it's a rayon challis, and I bought it at, when I went fabric shopping in person back in August, the end of August, at Let's Sew down in Evansville, Indiana. So if she still has any available, I will link it, but she may have sold out after I did that video. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm going to be working on that pattern test. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a really, really good one. I'm really excited about it. So I'm excited to get it sewn up. So I'm going to be doing that today, put on a Christmas movie just so I can kind of, you know, tune things out. And, you know, nothing I have to pay attention to as far as, you know, TV, I can just sit and sew. And then I would love to get the other pattern test, which you are actually going to see on Friday. Probably you have already seen it by the time you're watching this, but just in case, because it's already been pushed once, I'll just wait before I talk about it. But I think that will be Friday's video. Speaking of that, I also have to film today because I need to get a video up for tomorrow for you guys. And I was going to do my fall wardrobe, but to be honest, it is nasty. It's nasty outside, which I could do it down here in my sewing room where I'm just using artificial light anyway. But I'm behind on this. Those wardrobe videos just take me a long time because I have to keep changing outfits. I'm kind of thinking that next week is going to be wardrobe week. And I'm going to show you guys, so not, you know, oh, I guess you're watching this on Sunday. So this coming Tuesday then probably is going to be my fall wardrobe and show you, you know, kind of what I have been wearing all fall and the whole little capsule that I had put together, the final. And then on Friday, I think I'm going to tell you all about my winter sewing plans for my winter capsule, because that comes out, let's see, I'm filming this on Monday, comes out on Wednesday this week. So by the time you're watching this, it would have been out already for a few days. So that'll give me time just to kind of figure out if there's anything I want to buy versus what I want to make and that kind of stuff to just get my plans together. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I think tomorrow's video, because the last of my Black Friday fabric is supposed to arrive today, so I may just film another haul, show you guys what I picked up from Black Friday, and then call that good for Tuesday. And then Friday is going to be a pattern release, do wardrobe videos next week, and then the following week, I'd like to show you what I got at the Piper Fest and talk about my spinning wheel a little bit. So I'll do, and I should be finished with my sweater vest by then. Good God. People, the sweater vest is taking me forever. I have one more. I have to finish off one more of the armholes, and then I'm finished. And the first armhole did not take very long at all. So fingers crossed, it might even be done today. We'll see if I get any time tonight to do some knitting. So I'll be working on a sweater for my daughter, and I'm going to cast on a pair of socks. I'm going to cast on 2 things for my next 2 projects. So okay, I'm going to quit blabbing so that I can actually get sewing, and I can't really show you anything, so I'll just check back a little bit later. Okay, guys, so end of day, I'm making dinner right now. I am, just did my advent calendar. I wanted to show you the wine I pulled out for today. Although I think tonight we're having a chicken dish, and so I think I'm going to drink the rest of the Chardonnay that I opened up on the first night. So then, I mean, I still have the cab open up from last night, and I still have that Merlot open. I just want to kind of keep what's open to a minimum. But I want to show you what I opened tonight. Okay, so tonight I opened up this Mendoza Nights Malbec from Argentina. I love Malbec. I am really looking forward to cracking this open. But I'm going to make myself finish the other 2 bottles of red first. So even if that means giving them Merlot to friends. It's good. It's just the Cabernet from last night was so good. So the Cabernet from last night was so good. I mean, I only had a glass of it, but I am looking forward to drinking that. I just wanted white tonight since we're having chicken. But yeah, okay, see, today I spent a long time today, that is awful light, doing the pattern test. It is so good. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. I have no idea when it's going to be released. I love it so much. I'm really excited. It's a little bit more of an intermediate pattern, I guess. There's shirring involved, but it was so much fun. I had a really fun time making it today. So that took me all day. And we got pictures. We had to take pictures of that today, and I did some filming today. That video is now uploading, getting ready to go up for you guys to see tomorrow. Well, tomorrow as I'm filming this. What else? I think that's about it. I'm going to spend the evening doing some photo editing and turning in some photos and having a glass of wine, eating dinner, being with my family. We're coming up to the last 2 weeks before holiday break, and so we've got a lot of class projects and test editing that we're doing. So that is us. Okay, that's all I needed for now. I will check in tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday. I didn't film it all yesterday. Oh, that's a bright light coming in through there. Wednesday, I've got the house to myself. My kids are gone. My husband's at work. He was not at work he was at work yesterday, but he was working from home yesterday because he has to be in the office tomorrow. So he does 2 days in the office. So I've got the house to myself today and tomorrow, which is always very exciting. I feel like I'm so much more productive for some reason when I've got the house to myself. I don't know if that's because I just have like full range of the house or what. But so far this morning, I mean, it's like 11 o'clock already, but obviously I've gotten everyone out the door, gotten everyone's, lunches, breakfast, all that stuff done. But I have been going through the winter capsule, the everyday style winter capsule, technically released today, but it did release a little bit early last night, which is exciting. So I added a couple of things to my Christmas list. I added a pair of jeans to my Christmas list. So I bought, you guys will be seeing this on Tuesday though. I did buy a pair of jeans for the fall capsule for 2 reasons. Number one, my weight is crazy right now. I was looking back. Let's see, what was I doing? Finding a video. Someone had asked a question, and so I was going back and to pull the video for the answer to their question. And it was just a video I did back in the spring. So this year, 2021, spring this year. And I could see the difference in just from the thumbnail, in my face and this area, how much weight I've put on, which is really unfortunate. I also just went upstairs to try on my stretchy cranberry pleather pants. I was really hoping I could put those into my winter capsule because that cranberry color is one that I'm working with for the fall capsule. I can button them and I can zip them up. Holy moly, has there never been anything more unflattering. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. Maybe that's a sign of something. But anyway, so that was a little bit defeating. So those went back in the drawer. Anyway, it is what it is. Weight, it's something I've just gone back and forth with my entire life. And not for really any reason. I mean, I'm very good at forming habits. We eat healthy. I probably don't do as much organized exercise as I should, but I do move. I do get out and walk and do that kind of thing. I do need to be doing more strength training. Anyway, it's just really frustrating. But for me, it's really gaining and losing. I know it's in the kitchen, but God, there's just such a fine line with living and, because I don't want to, for my own mental health, I've had to quit diet culture. Other than, I've got some food allergies. God, this conversation took a real turn. But for my own mental health, and this is, I just have had to quit the diet culture. I just can't be on diets of any kind, nothing that can be named, just for my own mental health. Because I just go down a very dark hole. I'm very good at dieting, but that is not always great. Anyway, God, it took a real turn. My daughter and I are always laughing how our conversations will really take a turn because my daughter has been 45 since she's been 3. And sometimes we'll talk about stuff and both of us will be like, wow, that went dark. Anyway, so I was upstairs kind of trying on some stuff and remembering even as I was going through the capsule, and I was actually pleasantly been able to pull a lot from my closet, which is very exciting. I'd even forgotten about a few things. The Fortuna pants that I made, it's when Itch to Stitch's book came out. So back in January, I guess, of 2021, I remade a whole bunch of her patterns from that book because I had made them the first go around with the testing. And then I wanted to make some that were more winter appropriate. And so I'd made the Fortuna joggers from that book. I've done them in it's merino on one side. It's like a double-sided fabric, like merino on knit on one side, and then like a nylon on the other. It's an activewear fabric I got from the fabric store forever. But I made the jogger version, and I wear those quite a bit around the house. But then I also made the wide leg version of those and didn't put any pockets. And I kind of forgot about that. And I did that in kind of a cranberry colored Ponte from Melanated Fabrics. And so I pulled those out because, again, I'm working with cranberry. So now I'm just going through some fabric because I want to add in some of that pinky coral color that is on the Color Guru color chart. So a lot of people ask, they're like, when did you become a spring? I thought you were an autumn. So when I had my colors done by Christy, the color analysis use analyzers. I don't know what you call someone that does color analysis. Sorry about that light. They use different terminology. Oh, all of them do, even if they're using like, spring, summer, whatever, winter, fall. But Christy had me at an autumn, and I got my colors. I talked about this in one video. Got my colors, was just shocked, number one, that I was a warm color palette. Completely changed the way I looked at color all the way. And then my daughter had her colors done, and Christy, number one, didn't have any openings at the time, and number two, her prices had just gone up, and I think she's added stuff to what she did as opposed to when I had my colors done. So I went with the color guru that I had listened to a podcast with on Everyday Style, and had my daughter's colors done with that and shared that with you guys. And then Color Guru reached out to me about being an affiliate after I'd had my daughter's colors done. But if I was going to be an affiliate, they wanted to do a complimentary color just so I would be using their terminology for that kind of thing. So she classified me as a copper spring. Now, yes, one's a fall, one's a spring, or one's an autumn, one's a spring, but copper spring is the warmest of all the spring colors that Color Guru does. And the colors are pretty much spot on to what Christy put me on. Christy had me at a few more darker shades, whereas Color Guru has me a little bit more medium shades. I'm gonna have a couple that are lighter, but for the most part, it's like pretty medium. But they're all very not very muted, pretty saturated color, which it's the same. So all of the surprise colors from Christy are the same on the Color Guru here. Now, another difference is that I do have I have blues on Christy's colors, and I've got like reds and that sort of thing, brick reds, that sort of thing. But Color Guru gave me a couple of lighter shades of blue and a couple of lighter shades of red, which is it's like a very warm pinky coral. And I just haven't worn pink. And kind of this color that I've got on, actually, that I thought was red, which is also, my signature red that I wear, the tomato red that I started wearing since Christy did my colors. It's still a color I wear a ton. And that's what I thought I was getting with this fabric from Spoonflower. But this is really more, a little bit more muted. Here, let's look at my colors here. Okay, so this is these are not coming across real true to color. Here, I'll try and go over here. This is like my tomato red, my bright tomato red. This is like a brighter orange. Again, these are coming across not nearly as bright as they are in real life. But the dress I'm wearing is kind of in between this color and this color, probably. And yeah, I really like that. So I have put this color into my winter capsule, which is a color that Jennifer from Everyday Style has in the capsule. The only thing I'm changing is that I'm doing navy instead of black. That being said, I have put a pair of black tennis shoes on my Christmas list, and I might make myself a pair of black ponte pants. But for the most part, and I've got a shacket that's going in there, which is that cranberry shacket that I made last year that has a little bit of, it's got the black that's kind of in there, but I'm gonna wear that over navy because I'm a rebel like that. But anyway, but for the most part, I'm switching black for this, for navy. But everything else from her color palette, I am going with. So the camel, the kind of cranberry color, which is kind of like right here, kind of between those. Then kind of the evergreen color, which falls in between these two here for me. And then the camel, which is, somewhere in there. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I finally switched over I still had summer stuff in my closet, which I've not been able to wear summer things for quite a while, that I had left in there for fall because there I can, a lot of times I can layer things and whatnot for fall, but it's just too cold to wear those summer things now. So those got moved upstairs, pulled some things down from upstairs, and yes, now I'm going to go scavenge through my fabric stash, see what I've got. I'm going to be doing some partnerships, a partnership with a fabric company. So I need to pick out what I would like for them to send me, which is very exciting. It's a new to me fabric company. I'm very excited to share them with you. And yeah, I've got another partnership that I'm working on that I need to get my pics sent in with as well, a pattern company. So yes, that's what I've got going on today. So hopefully I'll be able to get to my son's jacket, the gray one, He, bless him, came home yesterday. I was working on 2 pattern tests, which are both, I've completed them now. But I'd taken his measurements yesterday before school because I wanted to be able to, if I was able to start, I wanted to have his measurements so I could go ahead and print it out and get it taped together and stuff. And he came home, he's like, have you started on my jacket? And I'm like, oh no, not yet, buddy. But I got it printed out, but that's about as far as I got. And then I felt awful that I hadn't started. So I'm going to try and at least get something done on that. So that is the plan. I will check back in with you. Oh, and I also want to show you, I finally finished the sweater vest. Woo! That's what being sick and watching some Downton Abbey enabled me to finish that. I've already cast on the sweater for my daughter that you guys have seen the yarn for a couple of times. Got that all cast on, but I will show you the sweater vest here soon. I'll just show it to you like laying flat probably later this evening, but it hasn't been blocked yet. But I'll wait, and I'm going to do what I've been sewing, a yarn haul from the Fiber Fest, talk about my spinning wheel, just kind of a yarn / knitting video, probably before the end of the year. But I'll put it all in there, and you guys can actually see it styled. But yeah, I'll show it to you later today. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Oh, bright sun. Yeah, it's like 10:30, not really that much of a morning. So I never came back on last night, and I apologize. I tell you, this is, okay, so my kids are freshmen in high school, which is 9th grade. I know some people don't understand. If you're not in the U.S., sometimes when I'm referring to like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, that can get a little confusing. So they're in 9th grade. There are 4 years in high school, and they're in the first year. And this is their first semester of that. And finals, and the big projects that are due. Next week's their last week of school. But we are just really struggling with, and by we, I mean my kids, with balancing that, figuring out how to study for all of that, getting the projects done. My daughter at one point stormed in and said, I just don't understand why they all have to have these big tests and projects all due at the same time. And my husband and I are both like, yeah, that's called finals week, and this will be every December and May from now until you graduate college. So you just gotta learn to deal with it. Anyway, my evenings have just not been normal. So it's Thursday morning. I have the house to myself. I don't normally have the house to myself on Thursdays. My husband is in the office today. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing some sewing. But before I get down there, I want to show you, I went ahead and opened today's wine, mostly because I've had a lot of white wine here recently. And if it was another white, I just wanted to get it chilling so that I could have an option for dinner tonight. Although I opened up a white last night, I guess, night before, that I'll probably finish. But anyway, I'm going to show you what wines I've got. Okay, and I can't remember which one was Tuesday and which one is, I think this one was Tuesdays. This one is Tuesdays. This is a Pinot Grigio. I love a good Pinot Grigio. I love this label, though. Isn't that pretty? Pastello. So yes, this is the Pinot Grigio. Can't wait. That'll be a good one to crack into. And then I got, so I guess this must have been Wednesdays, this Even Steven, it's from Argentina, Torrontés. Anyway, it says it's dry. I was reading the back of it, and it does say that it's a dry, yes, sweet smelling yet dry tasting conquistador of a wine. Anyway, Gidget. Anyway, those are the 2 wines from Tuesday and Wednesday. And then today's, this one came with this little sticker on it that I'm not really sure. Does anyone know what that is? Like wrapped on there? Anyway, Azamato. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the Abruzzo. Oh, this DOC. This is Italy. This must be some kind of, saying that it's, I don't know. But this is an Italian red, and I've not even looked at the back of it. Yeah. I don't know. We'll just have to have a taste at some point. This one's just going to go into the stash for now. And then I wanted to show you, sorry, I'm moving all of my white wines out of my main fridge into my laundry room fridge. But this is what I opened up last night. This Stacks and Stones This is one of the first days. This is a Sauvignon Blanc. I love Sauvignon Blanc. And it was very good. I had a little bit, obviously, like a glass last night. Very good. So, yeah, that's what we've got. If any of my neighbors are looking at me at 10:30 in the morning and seeing all these bottles of wine on my counter, they're probably wondering what I do during the day. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the wine situation. It's, once again, been very good. I'm going to let the dog out in the backyard. Go. She is barking. Okay, another thing that has been happening is that I promised I would show you my sweater vest. So again, it's not been blocked yet. I have one of Ava's sweaters, the yellow sweater that I knit for her last year, I guess. She wore that actually to my grandmother's funeral. And it just needs to be cleaned, and I hand wash those. So I was just kind of waiting for a few things so I could do kind of, you know, a hand washing, rolling out, drying, reblocking type party, I guess. Anyway, so I've not blocked the sweater vest yet or washed the yellow one, but I'll probably do that this weekend. So I just want to show you what the finished sweater vest, and also what I have cast on now. All right, so here's the sweater vest. And as you can tell, you see the color differences? Okay, so the main yarn I was using, it was just one skein. So it was the same skein of yarn. Now I had 3 different balls of the silk mohair that were all the same dye lot. So I don't know what happened. But yeah, and in this light, you can literally see, I mean, obviously the neckband is a little different color. Here it changes, and then right here. Which I think must have been, I changed the ball here and then it got connected here. So anyway, I really don't know what happened there. So I'm gonna block it, and at first I'm like, well, maybe it doesn't bother me, but it does bother me. That's like pretty obvious. It looks like stained. I do like this color, I think, better than that, but yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I do like the pattern though, and I've tried it on and it's really nice. Obviously it needs to be blocked. I did this neckband, and it had you binding off in the Italian bind-off method, or I think it's also called tubular bind-off method. And I was a little unsure, mostly because you have to have a super long tail of yarn, and then you use a darning needle to do some stuff, to then bind it off. It's kind of like the Kitchener stitch a little bit. Anyway, though, I really liked the way that it finished off the edges, and it looks really clean. So, anyway, I do like the way that everything ended up. It's just the color. And this is not hand-dyed yarn. You know, I know sometimes with hand-dyed yarn, but this was Rowan. It's their Kid Silk. Was it Kid Silk Haze? And then, I can't remember the name of the main one. The fingering weight yarn, which obviously was the same skein of yarn for the whole thing. Like I only had one skein of the fingering weight yarn, and then the lace weight I had 3 different, but they were the same dye lot. I even checked again, and I totally didn't even notice it until I got it off my needles, because it's pretty subtle until you get like just in the right light. But anyway, any ideas? I'm not gonna rip this out and reknit it if that's an idea. So anyway, there's that one, but I also want to show you what is currently on my needles. Okay, so this is I showed you guys these. This is the Ridiculous. It's actually the same yarn combination that I used for my yellow kind of fuzzy sweater, just different colors, obviously. And I can't remember. This colorway is no longer available. It's Dawn on the Pier, I think is what it's called. It's just so pretty. And then I went with the lavender mohair, silk mohair yarn, and this is what it's knitting up to. I just love when you mix the silk mohair with the regular yarn. It just what that silk mohair, even though it's so much smaller when you look at it in comparison, but the difference it makes in the color. So you can see how much it really softens the color, which is perfect for my daughter. So I'm making her the no frill sweater, which is the same sweater that I made for myself out of this same combination. This is the one that she picked out and wanted. And yeah, I just cast it on last night, and I mean, I'm already kind of flying through it. So this is a raglan top down, raglan sleeve. So yeah, I'm just kind of making my way through the raglan increases here until I put off the, you know, the sleeves onto, or the spots where the sleeves will go onto waist yarn or whatever, holding yarn. So anyway, this is coming out lovely, and she's loving it. I think she's loving the way it's knitting up. That's another thing I love about hand-dyed yarn. The cake looks completely different than what it looked like when it was in the skein, and then it looks even more different once it's actually knitted up. I just think that's so cool. So this is going to be a little bit more fun, more interesting knit, I guess. Hold on, let me flip you. So I think it's just gonna be more of an interesting knit, just because I loved watching the color change, and these colors are really, really pretty. I'm also kind of on a mission because I was doing my winter planning, and I have some yarn that I got from Miss Babs that is, gosh, I can't remember now. It wasn't Black Friday. It's been a while ago. It was right before she was having, going to a show or something. Anyway, it was a yarn that she was getting rid of. So she was just selling off her stock of that because it was a blend that they weren't going to use anymore. And I got this really pretty colorway. It was called like Americana or something, but it's got like the warm pink that is in my color palette, and a little bit of blue, like bright blue. It's just a really pretty color. Anyway, I really want to have that knitted up because I think it'll look really good. Oh, it's looking very bleak out there. I think it'll look really good with the color palette that I'm working with for winter. So I do have motivation. I don't know what sweater I'm going to knit quite yet. It will be a petite knit one because it's, I just actually ordered some mohair, silk mohair to go with that yarn. So it'll be next on my needles after this sweater's done, because I did promise this sweater. And then I went ahead and balled up some sock yarn that I was gifted that I can't wait to get cast on as well. I think that's going to be a really good traveling project. So I'm going to have two going at the same time. But yeah, I really wanted to get my daughter's sweater done so then I make another for myself. Okay, so I'm showered. I blew my hair dry. It still needs to be hit with a straightening iron because it's just big and poofy and doing weird things. Get some makeup on because again, I'm filming, and then I'm going to take some pictures for the big pattern release that's tomorrow, the re-release that's tomorrow. It's very exciting. You guys will have already seen that. But yeah, I'm just going to get on it and also start working on some stuff for my son. So I will leave you for now, and I will be back later. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Okay, I haven't been on here. I think I was on yesterday. I was getting ready to make my son's coat, and I'm going to show it to you here real quick. He's already been wearing it. It's upstairs. But I'm working on coat number 2. So the gray coat's done. I'll show that to you in a minute. So I'm going to show you the wine from yesterday and today, because obviously today's the last day of the vlogging week. Okay, so let me put these. All I've done so far on the plaid jacket. So we have decided not to quilt the plaid fleece jacket, mostly because I didn't realize it was lined actually until we got to looking at it more. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we can make this heavy enough because he doesn't want it super heavy. Anyway, we have found a black lining that is in my stash that he wants to use instead. So we are not going to quilt this, which is kind of a blessing in disguise because this is an unbalanced plaid. So that would be really hard to like putting in quilting lines and stuff like that. But let me get the pattern real quick and show you. So the pattern, so we're doing view B now instead of view A. So I was going to do the quilted version. We are just doing this version, but he did not want the pocket flaps. He just thought that would be annoying because, you know, he just wants to be able to easily slip his hands or his phone or whatever into the pocket of his jacket. So the pattern comes with welt pockets welts that then you put the flap onto. So I just cut welts on the bias here and got those put in. The pocket bags are all in. That's the lining fabric I'm going to use for the whole coat. But yeah, I put those on the bias, so I think that looks kind of fun. And surprisingly, the welts went in really well under the front of this jacket. So I think this is going to be good. It took me forever to cut this out only because I was cutting out single layer, which this pattern actually, the back is, instead of being cut on the fold, it's one big piece, which makes cutting it out in plaids and stuff really easy because you don't have to, you can just lay it out. And then I was just mirroring fronts and that sort of thing. You know, making sure underarms matched up from the front to the back, sleeves, just making sure the front sleeves really are the main thing. Some of this may not be able to be matched up, but I think this is going to be a fun pattern to sew, actually. I was looking at the instructions a little bit further ahead, And the way that they're going to, kind of put the lining in and that kind of thing. I think it's going to look really clean on the inside. So that's what I've been up to today so far. We have a few errands that we need to run today. My daughter is going to our high school's winter performance, like the choir. What is it called? The holiday spectacular. Anyway, she and a friend have bought tickets and they're going to go to that this evening. So we'll be dropping that off. My son has an indoor soccer game this evening. So we'll be going to that while my daughter's at the holiday spectacular. But I'm very pleased that I got at least the pockets in on this. I think probably the weather is really crappy here this weekend. So I think tomorrow, the boys were going to try and do just a little bit of yard work if they could tomorrow after church. I might be able to get this jacket done if I really, because I've done the pockets now. So now it's just a matter of putting everything together and putting the lining in. I still need to cut the lining out. I lost steam at the cutting table. But it's really nice. Yeah, there's like a placket for the zipper in the front that's going to be really nice. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. So anyway, that is what I've been getting up to today. So I'm going to take you upstairs. I will show you his fleece jacket that I finished, and we'll talk about that a little bit, and then I'll show you my wines, and then I think we're going to call it for the week. Okay. I will, of course, show you this on him and in more detail when I actually do the video. But this jacket is so good. This is the fleece jacket by Wardrobe by Me. I made him the medium. He wanted to do the lime green zippers and the, I used a shoestring for the drawstring. It's got these invisible, not indivisible, invisible zipper pockets here that he is really loving. Obviously, he's just worn it, so he's got them open. So that worked out well. And then it's got this little interior here that that's undone, I think. Is it undone? No, I accidentally put this one in upside down because I was putting it in the instructions. Actually call for this pocket to be on this side, but he's left-handed. So I switched it and put it on this side, and I had that upside down. So now he has to go up with the zipper to unzip it, but not a big deal. I mean, I can't do this one-handed, but there's that. Okay, this fleece is phenomenal. It feels great. It is a beast. I hate that you can see my stay stitching or my zipper tape that's there. That bothers me, but oh well. I didn't take enough seam allowance with the zipper, but it fits him really great. It just feels wonderful. He loves it. He's not bothered by that right there at all. It bothers me, but it's okay. I also wish I had darker serger thread. What is happening there? I'm not sure. Darker serger thread. It's just the lighter gray, but that's all I had, so that's what we used. It was a fight for my serger. I did this on the sewing machine a little bit and the serger, and if I had not just had my serger serviced, I think it would have been a real issue. But anyway, that is the finished jacket. He really loves it. Like I said, he's already had it on. It fits him perfectly. No alterations needed. The medium in the Wardrobe by Me fleece jacket. So there you have it. One jacket down. I think I'll be able to get the other jacket done tomorrow. So 2 jackets this weekend, or not really this weekend. I did the gray jacket yesterday on Friday. But yeah, I'm heading upstairs, turning off my sewing room light so that I can eat a very late lunch. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. And I will definitely show you the plaid jacket as we come along to it. I'm also hopeful next week to get his pants done, his corduroy pants. I'm kind of thinking my daughter's blazer may get pushed until the new year. Just because there's a few other things I kind of want to work on. A couple things I want to do for myself, just so I have... I mean, I don't know. I'm just really in the mood to sew some of my winter. I've got my winter capsule planned and now I want to get into it. And I'm doing a partnership with a fabric company for a couple of those pieces in my winter wardrobe, which I'm very excited about. I can't wait to share that with you all. What else? I'm trying to think what else. Yeah. So I kind of want to just finish his stuff. Again, I think I'm just going to push her blazer until the new year. Maybe if I get some time, but I think I would rather work on, making myself a Stanton hoodie because the fabric that I got for that Stanton hoodie that you guys have already seen for my Black Friday, sorry, I hope I'm not making you sick, does not really go with my capsule. Not that that really matters for winter, but, go Flags. Those are all the tournaments my husband's been to. Anyway, so that is kind of what we got going on. I will really quickly, I've been knitting my daughter's sweater, making good headway on that. I'm almost to the, it's a raglan style. I'm almost to the part where I take off the stitches for the sleeve. So I'm feeling like I'm making really good time there. But yeah, let me show you the wine I opened up yesterday and today, and then we will call it good because I still need to edit this whole thing and get it uploaded for tomorrow. All right. Okay, so these are the wines I got yesterday and today. So yesterday I got this Tillamook River Riesling. I really don't like Riesling. It's too sweet for me. But, and I also feel like this calendar has been very heavy on the white wine. That has not been the case last year. I felt like it was pretty even, and maybe it will even out by the time I get to the end. I just feel like it's very heavy on the white wine so far, which is fine. I like a dry white, but I do not like sweet white. So this may go to a Christmas party with us as a hostess gift. And then today's is this deep root Côtes de Gascogne, France. This is, it's from Gascony, which is the land of D'Artagnan from the Three Musketeers. It says, revered for its dark, richly extracted wines. Fittingly, struggling deep roots is a vinous musketeer cutting across the palate like a rapier and leaving behind blackberry plum and spice notes in its wake, which sounds interesting. I don't know if this will be sweet though. Sometimes with the fruit, when it talks about fruits, it's a little bit sweeter, but we'll try it at some point. I'll be drinking on these for months. So that's what we've got. Okay, so that's about it. Oh, look. Oh, there he is in the jacket. Here, come in here, Jack. There he is in the jacket. A quick little appearance. I am going to make him pose for the videos. So yeah, there he is in his jacket. Like I said, he's been wearing it a ton. And I just finished the sleeves this morning, so that's always good. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my week this week, following along with me as I get some sewing done. Hopefully even more sewing done this next week. This next week's the last week the kids are in school. So we get some gifts wrapped, get some sewing done, do all that kind of stuff, kind of getting down to the wire, because that last week before Christmas when they're at home is going to be some cooking and that kind of stuff, getting ready for the holiday season. All right, that's all I've got. I hope you guys had a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye.